these rape allegations being made public. Here's how he responded.
Have you would have received any complaints in the past about alleged misconduct in this particular campaign?
No complaint about any.
Did you receive any news
Any
that there could
information
be
at all?
some?
Thank
you, everybody. Thank you.
In news from the crime beat, authorities had their hands full this weekend in the capital as two separate shooting incidents left 3 people dead. Police have launched an island-wide manhunt for the culprits responsible for a double murder that unfolded early Saturday morning in the Marathon and Robinson Road area. Authorities tell us the incident unfolded shortly after 2 a.m.
Sometime shortly after 2 a.m. this morning, we received certain information in relation to gunshots in the area of Solomon's near the East-West Highway. When the officers arrived on the scene, they met the body of 2 young males in a vehicle suffering from wounds that are consistent with gunshots. We are following significant leads into this matter, and we are confident that in very short order we may be able to close this matter.
Less than 8 hours after that incident, authorities were called to another murder, this time on Christie Avenue in the Stapleton community. Police Press Liaison Chief Superintendent Chrislyn Skippings gives us the details.
Shortly before 10 this morning, we received information of a shooting here at Eyewitness Street in the Stapleton Gardens community. Information received is that a male who's believed to be in his late 40s was entering his vehicle when a small dark vehicle pulled up. It is reported that a male exited that vehicle and opened fire on the victim, hitting him multiple times to the body. He succumbed to his injuries on scene. We are investigating as usual, and again we make a plea to residents of the community and other good citizens of this country who may have any information that can assist us with this latest homicide. We want to invite you to reach out to Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson and his team at the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991 or 2 so that we can bring this matter to a close within a relatively short period of time.
Well, Prime Minister Philip Davis says he's distressed by the level of crime in country. His comments coming on the sidelines of a youth symposium held at the University of the Bahamas Saturday morning. Davis, who recently returned from a crime conclave in Trinidad, says the root of fixing the crime issue in country is the recalibration of young minds.
We could do things that are physical. We could provide resources. We could flood the streets. But when things are planned and intentional, it's just when it's very difficult to curb what that person is about to do. Once they plan it and it's intentional, from a scientific data collection point of view, it tells us that we have to craft interventions at an early age. We have to identify these young men and women who are being abused at young ages and try to put them on the right path. Because for now, the mindset is the recalibration of our young people's mindset.
Now you speak to the recalibration of young minds. What happens now to the criminals who are on the streets now? We're talking about dealing with young people in the school system, but what happens to the criminals who are on the streets now?
Well, that too, their minds need to be recalibrated.
Government officials still devising a plan to provide a consistent water supply to residents in Eleuthera. This comes as residents in North, Central and South Eleuthera were plagued with inconsistent water service over the past several months due to a series of mechanical failures, which has left part of the island without potable water for days at a time. Now, since then, government has provided temporary tanks on the island to assist with water supply. And according to Works Minister Alfred Sayers, they're hoping to meet with executives of the water company to address the issue once and for all.
We have had a number of concerns, and November of last year, I met with Viola, which is the parent company for Aqua Design, and certain undertakings were given by the leadership of Aqua Design and Viola, and we will be scheduling another meeting within the next 2 weeks to see, to assess where we are and the way forward.
Meanwhile, Works Minister Alfred Sears asserting that plans to carry out infrastructural upgrades on Family Islands are pending. Sears says those plans include the construction of bridges and road redevelopment programs across the Family Islands.
They're very actively searching now to get the funding for the glass window bridge in Eleuthera and preparing a PPP for a massive road rehabilitation in Eleuthera. In Andros, we have again about 3 active road paving programs in excess of 15 miles each in central, in south, in north. We have very extensive road rehabilitation program. And with respect to Long Island, there's a contractor there now, but as we speak, we have a negotiation for a major road work by way of a PPP, which is slated for Long Island.
Well, tourism officials will tell you that they're continually working to expand the country's tourism product. Deputy Prime Minister and Tourism Minister Chester Cooper is of the belief that partnering with other industries will help to do just that. The tourism minister says he's eyeing health and well-being industries as a lucrative prospect to expand the country's tourism product.
The natural beauty of our islands, up-to-date infrastructure, low-tax environment, and proximity to the major markets of North America make our country one that is highly attractive for investment projects of all types, particularly with recent reforms we've carried out to make it easier to invest in the Bahamas. So not only is it easy to do business here, but we consider ourselves a well-regulated environment, and we have a nimble legislative framework, an enabling framework that can be responsive to the needs of the regulatory environment. And therefore, I invite you and I urge you to consider it. We are, at the moment, looking at developing an industry in technology. And certainly, health tech represents a segment in the world of great possibilities for the Bahamas, as does biotech, as does medical tourism.
Well, the Department of Environmental Planning and Protection this week commenced training exercises, which, according to DEP, Director Dr. Rhiannon Neely, will assist the country with its transition from being reliant on fossil fuels. She says legislation to promote the same was passed nearly a decade ago and admits that the department has been slow in the process of getting everything rolled out. However, she says that ends this week.
So right now we are equipping our technicians, our engineers, and the people who work in the industry to move along with the technology and be able to address energy efficiency transition and solar energy in the Bahamas. There is a 2-week workshop that is going on now, and we will follow up with a 1-week workshop in June. The ladies and gentlemen that are participating in this workshop will sit a certification exam at the end of that process, which will qualify them as energy efficient and solar assessment technicians. We have 20 people participating. They are from the government sector, from the private sector, from education. So we have some people from BTVI, the University of the Bahamas, the Ministry of Works, and like I said, various private sector agencies that are participating in the training over the next few weeks.
Meantime, training efforts in the public service underway as well. Some 37 public service workers participating in an assistant secretary assessment exercise. The course is expected to last for some 3 weeks. The state minister for the public service, Pia Global Roll, says the training is important as her ministry is currently conducting a workforce audit so that they can have a better understanding of where there might be skill gaps in the ministry.
AS assessments that we are embarking upon today and over the next few weeks will fill senior executive roles in the public service. This 3 weeks will be one of training, one of testing or assessment for these mid-level managers in the public service. It's very important because we need to build capacity. We have attrition that's going on a regular basis, whether it's through retirement or persons simply leaving the public service for other opportunities. So this isn't a method to build our capacity, but to ensure that in doing so, that the persons or the participants are equipped, tested, and ready for the roles.
Now, according to Global Role, all the participants had to take a pre-qualifier test to participate in the course.
Participants are from around the world because we do have some participants who have flown in from various public service missions, ministries and missions around the world. So it's inclusive of the Family Islands and some of our international missions. These are the persons who are at the next level. We had pre-qualifying exams that took place over the past few weeks, and these are the top 37 that were successful in passing the pre-qualifying exam.
Several organizations across the capital that provide care to the elderly receiving lots of assistance from the Mother Pratt Foundation in an effort to ease the effects of inflation on those organizations. Our Jose Etienne tells us more in this report.
The Mother Pratt Foundation lifting the load on the backs of a number of organizations that provide care to the elderly, as several sanitary items were donated.
What we have here, a COVID fighting apparatus, as you can see here, that we sent to all of the homes because they're needed there. They're needed in some of the children homes as well, not just the senior citizens.
And according to Mother Pratt, the donation was necessary.
Many of these homes cannot afford. They cannot afford these things because it's costly. And then they're doing a lot of things free of charge to begin with. And so when it comes to purchasing all these other things, it's very costly.
Meet Clyson Beckford. He's the youngest in the bunch that operates a shelter for the elderly, and he says the donation is being made at a critical time as there is a great demand for these products.
PPEs are extremely expensive in the Bahamas, and it's helping our caretakers in taking care of the elderly and protecting themselves and making healthcare more accessible, affordable, and accountable for our seniors.
And as for Governor Dorian Cox, here's how the donation will impact the country's District of Pilot Club.
Because we're a service organization as well, and we give back to the community here in New Providence, and we do assist our senior homes, children's home, and persons in the community with packages, whether it's cleaning packages, whether it's food, or whatever, clothing or shoes. But today she is giving back cleaning items, masks, sanitizers, gloves that can be used in the senior homes, nursing homes, children's home to keep a clean environment.
Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
Well, if you've got a news tip or if you've seen news in the making, call the Eye on News hotline at 397-6397. We also invite you to send your letters to the editor for publication on all of our social media platforms at eyewitnessnewsbahamas@gmail.com. And if you're watching on our Facebook or YouTube pages, we invite you to share your thoughts about today's stories in the comments section. We want to hear from you. Well, still to come in news tonight, it's almost time for our Devontae Hanna to fly back home. He's been on the ground in Exuma covering the Exuma regatta, and tonight he brings us the final report from the sailing and cultural event. Also, yesterday, the Bahamas celebrated Earth Day with the rest of the world. The Bahamas National Trust hosting a number of activities on its national parks throughout the country. We attended one here in the capital. We'll bring you those details right after this quick check on tonight's weather forecast.
Our lives are full of action. Hey, babe.
From the studio to the video to back home.
All while balancing family life.
BTC Fiber Internet is our solution.
BTC is best for us. Hello?
With fiber, we save more on fast, reliable internet. And we can prove it.
Go to BTC's website and compare for yourself.
Select your current product, price, and location.
You'll see how much you can save with BTC.
Link up with better value.
Link up with BTC.
We're your BAF executives, leading the way.
We teach the power of great connections and meaningful relationships.
With the help of a great support system, we are fighters.
We encourage you to be the best version of you.
We lead our young men to success.
We pour into our families and build legacies that last.
We love our culture.
At the end of the day, we exemplify BAF pride. We are doing our part to lead the way to a brighter future for you.
We're your BAF executives, leading the way.
We teach the power of great connections and meaningful relationships.
With the help of a great support system, we are fighters.
We encourage you to be the best version of you.
We lead our young men to success.
We pour into our families and build legacies that last.
We love our culture.
At the end of the day, we exemplify BAF pride. We are doing our part to lead the way to a brighter future for you.
The Cash and Go app is a way of life. Incorporate our app in everything you do every day. Use our mobile app to pay bills, BAF insurance, send money to your bank account or someone else's, send money person to person, or top up. The Cash and Go app. Easy, simple, safe, and secure.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back to the weekend edition. Well, heading into the commercial break, we told you that our Devante Hanna is about to wrap up his time in Exuma. He's been on the ground discovering the 67th National Regatta down there in Georgetown, Exuma. He's experienced the sloop sailing in Elizabeth Harbor, the food, the music, and the culture. And tonight he gives us another taste of what makes the Exuma Regatta experience so sweet.
This is a great regatta. I haven't seen it for a long time, even though from Exumas, but I'm loving this. I'm getting loose like a bucket of juice, baby.
The 67th National Family Island Regatta is now etched in the history books.
As we celebrate 50 years of independence, I have the honor of announcing that sailing is now officially the national sport of the Bahamas.
It was the climax moment celebrated with fireworks, but gathering around were hundreds of residents and visitors alike who enjoyed the culture and cuisine of the Bahamas. But the hardworking musicians weren't the only stars of the show. Food, drinks, and even stalls had a battle of their own, and whether it was conch fritters or sky juice, it was a taste of the Bahamas.
Every regatta we get the world famous fritters right here at Boogaloo's. What makes Bahamian conch fritters the best? First of all, the conch. And then you get the season. Everybody have their own style, but when you get the old-fashioned island lifestyle, with the conch fritters you can't lose.
Do you think there is truly a regatta without sky juice?
It can never be a regatta. It can never be. I add 110% TLC. And I give it a natural coconut water, condensed milk, all the liquid that you want. And it's so smooth, it's smoother than actually ice cream.
Vendors from across the country flocked to Exuma for the highly anticipated weekend event, in which they call a good investment as they've seen profits doubled before day one. Some claim they came to Exuma for the first time and sought to bring a different feel to the regatta.
We wanted everyone to feel what the new standard should be. They didn't know that this was possible. From the best prices and drinks to having the game on, the whole ambience of the feel from the staff, from the other customers coming here as well, it's just awesome.
Also on display was artwork made in the Bahamas celebrating our national sport and the amazing talent, time, and dedication of Bahamians.
This boat right here
is the boat we're sailing today. These boats right here are the boats that build the Bahamas. We use the oak and the number 1 fur, laminated together inside, and on the finish, we use the mahogany.
And just in case you've never been to a regatta before, here's what you can expect.
Regatta today is basically about the rigs, the boats. But in the night, it's basically like music. Everybody want to just get off and have a good time. But guess what? I give props to all the people that comes to the Exumas for the regatta. Second time, first time, we love you.
The auction in Exuma wraps up today, and everyone is already buzzing about the next regatta set for June 1st to 4th in Long Island. I hope to see you there. Devontae Hanna, Eyewitness News.
Well, yesterday marked Earth Day around the world, and here at home, the Bahamas National Trust commemorated the day by hosting special nature events throughout the country. Now, Eyewitness News got a chance to be a part of 2 of those events, one held in the Bonefish Pond and an informative lecture series and vendor experience at the gardens off of Village Road.
So, as you know, the Bahamas is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. So what we decided that we would do is on special days like Earth Day, World Environment Day, we would open up our parks to the public so they can come and experience nature. And that is part of our celebration of the 50th anniversary. So this is National Parks Day. On Earth Day every year, the B&T celebrates our 32 national parks. The earth is where we live, and we need to care for it. And by caring for it, it means planting more trees, using less plastic, thinking about the carbon footprint that we are making on the planet. So lots of people talk about the theme this year is investing in our planet, but you can invest money. Money is always good, but you can also invest time, and by volunteering with organizations like the Bahamas National Trust, and you can do your own small things to take care of the planet.
The Ministry of the Environment celebrated Earth Day in its own special way this year. Environment Minister Vaughn Miller visiting R.M. Bailey High School to speak to students about the importance of taking care of the planet. He also planted 2 trees in commemoration of Earth Day. Minister Miller encouraged R.M. Bailey students to be more conscious of how they interact with the environment, and he pointed out how their actions will significantly impact the quality of life for themselves and future generations. While in an effort to build national pride across the public school system, primary and high schools from across the country competed against one another in a school pride video competition.
When children show pride or spirit in their school, they actually tend to do better academically. How do I know? When they love their school, they're going to attend and they're going to engage. So they will have greater attendance and, of course, greater participation. And school pride also helps our children become more civically engaged. You will find that these children will participate in community activities. They may become activists. They may also be peer tutors. They're the ones who do that, and that's why school pride is so important. And thirdly, school pride and school spirit makes our children happier. You know, it does something for their social, emotional properties. And so it's important for us as leaders to ensure that we not only focus on academics, that we not only focus on their cognitive abilities, but we focus on the whole child.
Scores of schools spent weeks prepping for the competition, and in the end, E.P. Roberts Primary School came out on top. The winning student received a laptop, a cell phone, and a medal. Teacher Linda Pascal spoke to the preparation process behind the winning video.
Handling the video, the overall aspect of the video, it was challenging because in the middle of teaching and doing all these different things, you have this plan and pull students from here, pull students from there, set your students to work, and then go to work on this video, go to do this, go to do the next. But it really was rewarding. It was awesome. I think we did that probably we did all the filming within 2 days. We honestly had an idea of what we wanted, and it was really good to see it executed at the end. Our students, all they wanted to say, what you want me to do? And there was so many students wanted to be involved in it. We had all of our students from 1st through 6th grade involved, whether it was in the EPR shape, whether it was in the background speaking, doing something in the march. Those were 3rd grade students. And we just wanted to highlight who we are as E.P. Roberts Primary School. And anybody knows we hold our Phoenix pride very high. I can't remember how long, but before we were Phoenix, we were the Ravens. And we had a new administrative team that said, nope, we ain't doing these Ravens. And as Phoenix, we rose from the ashes. And we have a high excellence standard, and excellence is who we are, and excellence is what we do.
While switching gears to national pride, a local fabric store is upping the ante this independent season with a unique selection of pieces for both home and clothing. Our Leah Cooper has the details in this week's Lifestyles with Leah.
Commonwealth Fabrics has been adorned with aquamarine, gold, and black in preparation for the country's 50th independence celebrations. Owner Tamara Cargill walks us through the planning process in the soft launch of the store's unique independence selection.
Well, my first priority was to get the right Pantone colors. We got the solids first for the draping, and then we got other specific ones. What you see today is only a few of what we're going to have. There's more to come. So every month there's going to be new things to see and to get.
The store now offers a selection of fabrics for both decor and clothing in an array of unique prints and designs to ensure that you're in the independent spirit this year.
We have laces in the flag colors that will be available for all of the balls that are coming up. When we got the Pantone colors for the draping fabric, my supplier also produced prints with our colors in it. That's what you see behind me. We have, for junkaneurs, we have the stretch, we have to create all the effects that all the junkaneurs want. Even for Carnival that's just coming up in May, we have the lycras, which are in the flag colors. We have, for all those social events, we have our colors, we have Mikados, we have anything you can imagine we have. We even brought in ribbons with the flag on it.
The store collaborated with some of the most brilliant designers in the country, one being Linda Stubbs, who's dressed spaces for the government of the Bahamas for years. Stubbs gives us a little insight into the store's decorating concept.
I spoke with the owner, Tammy, here at Commonwealth Fabrics about the concept of this being the 50th anniversary, how we can get more Bahamians to produce more, to participate more in this very historical time in our country's history. And I shared with her that, we should be able to invite these people to come along and to produce their stuff, and I spoke with them and they were excited. And here we are today. Everything that you see in the store was fabricated for Bahamians by Bahamians. I'm so proud. I'm getting goosebumps.
Fashion designer April Burrows, who's been known to create show-stopping clothing designs, is also on the list of designers behind this initiative. This year, she says she's now venturing into dressing spaces as opposed to people for the first time, and it's truly an exciting experience.
From the drapery and different elements, different details, not the same way you would see drapery and decor. And so as a designer, obviously I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I'm also excited to see what other designers are going to produce for prom, for the social events, because anything that you can think of, you can find here. There are going to be a lot of events, tea parties, evening events, a big fashion show that's coming up. Obviously, it's prom season, and so Commonwealth is able to provide fabrics for all of that. I'm excited to see what I'm going to do, because I don't know yet.
So if you're interested in making heads turn this independence season, head over to Commonwealth Fabrics. Leah Cooper, Eyewitness News.
Well, coming up in tonight's Sunday feature, a special event held on the UB campus in the capital, which not only gave students a chance to have a little fun after the Easter holiday, but it also gave small Bahamian businesses a chance to increase their client base as well. We'll tell you all about that on the other side of this break.
Everyone hates a dead car battery. Why not get a battery that lasts and has a 12-month warranty and is only $64.50? Intercontinental batteries are made with German technology, compatible with Japanese, US, and European vehicles, and adapts to warm climates. All right, good to go. These batteries are high quality, affordable, innovative, and only available at AID. Visit us online or WhatsApp us at 427-0026. AID, all you really need and more.
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Atlantic agents and brokers. Good like that.
Vaccines protect those we love the most, our children and our grandchildren. I vaccinated my children to protect them. Getting your child immunized can protect them against diseases like polio, measles, whooping cough, and others. So protect your child today by getting them immunized. My grandchildren are vaccinated. You should do the same. Vaccinate your children and your grandchildren and make sure they are safe.
Take advantage of the National Vaccination Catch-Up campaign, March 25th to April 5th. Visit your nearest clinic weekdays between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. On Saturday, March 25th, visit us at the Red Cross, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And on Saturday, April 1st, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we'll be at the mall at Marathon. COVID-19 vaccines are also available at all locations. This message is brought to you by PAHO WHO, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and USAID.
You work hard to provide for and protect the ones you love. However, life can present unexpected challenges. Who you call in times of need matters. Insurance Management is a Bahamian-owned company that has been serving our community for over 40 years, offering a wide range of coverage for all of your personal, professional, and commercial needs. When life happens, rest easy knowing that our skilled and experienced agents are there for you in your time of need, so that you can get back to what matters most. Insurance Management. Nobody does it better.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Well, the students and faculty at the University of the Bahamas getting a post-Easter treat with UB's Easter Market event ahead of the weekend, where a number of small businesses got the chance to increase their client base. Our Tyler Simonet visited UB's campus and files this report tonight.
A mini pop-up market taking over the basketball courts at the University of the Bahamas this week, where small business owners were able to set up shop to sell their goods. From handmade jewelry to homemade bread and crafted candles, students and faculty members were able to treat themselves during this stressful exam time.
We wanted to help students and staff during the exam period to relieve their stresses and worries of life. And so shopping is the most best way to do it. And we also wanted to cater to local businesses as well to come and help support and give them attention.
One vendor who also doubles as a student says she hopes events like these will help Bahamians appreciate the effort that goes into owning a business.
I think it's extremely important. It provides another sector for, like you said, smaller business that do not have a brick and mortar store, but they have an opportunity to showcase what they have, what they offer to the Bahamian public, and especially when it's handmade goods and stuff made by Bahamians who actually put labor into it. These pop-ups and other opportunities like this gives us an opportunity to come out and showcase all that we have to offer.
Wicks by Sticks and Breadwinners 242, two small businesses that have been featured on Eyewitness News in the past, say they're always grateful for an opportunity to expose their business.
Firstly, I'd like to thank UB and Recreation and Wellness Center for inviting us out here. When they gave us the invitation, we were ecstatic to be a part of this pop-up market because the pop-up markets are really good and really useful to us as small businesses in the community. So we're thankful to be out here. We're thankful for UB, the campus, and the public at large for helping assist us today.
To be honest, most of my candles have been sold via pop-up markets, and in terms of my name being more exposed and people just knowing me and my business via word of mouth. So pop-ups are really good and really beneficial, as well as me being able to meet other vendors as well.
And if you missed this one, UB has plans to do more events like these.
We have never seen so many smiles on campus, at least I haven't. Everyone's just smiling in a good mood, positive energy, with food, candles, just different vendors. It was a really great environment for the students, for the staff, even the locals that came on to the campus. So we hope to do that. I can't speak for that right now, but we really do hope to do that every semester.
Tyler Simonet, Eyewitness News.
Well, that does it for us in the Sunday edition. For all of us here at Eyewitness News, I'm Theo Seeley. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a good night.
The death of a loved one is never easy, but you can be prepared. A final expense insurance plan can cover the final obligations related to funeral, legal, and even outstanding medical expenses, and can be used to pay outstanding debts. It relieves your family of the stress and uncertainty often associated with making arrangements. It can be purchased in addition to traditional life insurance so that your beneficiaries need not use funds you allocated for their living expenses.
Our lives are full of action. Hey, babe.
From the studio to the video to back home.
All while balancing family life.
BTC Fiber Internet is our solution.
BTC is best for us. Hello?
With fiber, we save more on fast, reliable internet. And we can prove it.
Go to BTC's website and compare for yourself.
Select your current product, price, and location.
You'll see how much you can save with BTC.